What's going on? Everyone, like impact-driven coaches that are really ready to get their message out to the world. That's who you are, right? And Holly's going to be coming up in a second. Just wanted to get this on, and I take responsibility. We're a few minutes late, and this is going to be freaking exciting. You want to be here with the bounciness. Here she is. Magic.
Apologize for the delay.
All right. So I'm just curious. Drop in the comments. Tell me about the message that you want to get out to the world. Who are you looking to impact? What is that purpose and mission that you're out for? I'm super, super pumped to hear what you're up to. We're going to be doing some exercises to help you get anything out of, at least discover what's in the way of you really getting your messaging out into the world. Super pumped about that. Obviously amazing hair going all around.
You always have amazing hair
Thanks.
going on.
It's because there's low expectations, so it just turns out to be awesome.
Especially the curly Q.
Thanks. So
let's get in again. I just want to acknowledge my voice is a little lower than even normal what it usually is. I usually have a very quiet voice as it is. So I've got some healing going on in the structure of my bones right now in my neck. And it's just my voice isn't projecting as much as I want, but we're healing. And as we all know, healing is not a linear thing. So
I'm actually curious, can you guys hear us okay?
If I'm not like at full capacity to really project my voice today, is that going to work?
Yeah,
I would love to know
Let
that.
us
Thank
know.
you.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's perfect, right? Because as we're coaches, we're always evolving. And part of that, we get to discover our body is an incredible thing. It's an incredible teacher. That's part of what we're going to be talking. Did you talk about? I don't know how much you talked about.
Just about them getting their message out to the world.
And so what does your body have to do with getting your message out to the world? Well, your body speaks to us in a lot of different ways. So it's powerful.
Hey, Mark.
Are we fine? Awesome. So where do you want
to? With our move, basically, who is this really for, and why? The purpose.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that. So getting your messaging out into the world. In particular, who we work with anyway, is we work with the impact-driven coach. And let me know if this is you, right? That impact-driven coach that is really out. You feel this calling, you feel this mission. You're out to really transform the world. You've known from a deep, young age, like deep inside with you, that you were here for more. And where society has told you you don't fit in, we're here to tell you that is the whole purpose. Can you actually read this today? I'm gonna, not read it, but generate it. I'm sorry. I'm
it's
not
just
sorry.
Really, this is the thing. We just want to know that you are here for a transformation and really creating this ripple effect in the world. And if that's you, drop it like it's hot. And
I think we're
hey,
just
Janet, welcome. Let's just roll. Okay, so this is the thing. I want to talk about what gets in the way. But first is there's three things that you're going to be doing. The three areas that you really need to get dialed in. One is getting your message out to the world. Two is getting your worthiness and that you can charge the rates that you are, you're here for, you're valuable, and really creating some leverage around that. And then getting rid of any societal blocks that are stopping you from really making that impact in the world. And so we're actually having a workshop. I'm going to drop the link here in the thing so you can register. It's free. We actually talked about charging for it, literally, because we're actually going to be doing stuff. You're going to be doing clearings and technology that it's taken us years to come up with.
Literally years. So it goes back to when I was saying, I'm just going to get a little authentic and real here, if that's okay with everybody. But over the years, it's been no secret that I went through some things a few years back with my brain trauma and stuff. And as I was healing that, I've had some neurological conditions that I've dealt with. And the result of that is I've had dystonia storms in my neck for so long that now the structure in my neck, we get to work on that. And so anyways, that's totally cool. The purpose of this is, oh my God, I gotta go. I'm gonna let you run this.
Okay. I love you. All right. So the reason that you're saying that is because we've learned a lot of stuff with eye movements and rapid eye movements to help not just with brain, like helping you like change things with your brain, but actually clear blocks. If you ever looked into EDMR or any sort of rapid eye movements, there's clearing. So we've been able to stack this onto other technologies that we use to help our clients clear blocks that are in the way of them getting out into the world, like getting that message out into the world, helping them clear any blocks that where they don't feel worthy or that they're valuable, that they can charge a top rate, or that they feel that they could actually have leverage in their business or have any of that going on, or be able to get out of the societal blocks and norms that are actually keeping them playing safe and actually keeping them from them really making the impact that they're here for. So, so we're going to actually be doing a full walkthrough of this technology on our, clear blind spots and make a deeper impact workshop. That's going to be on the 30th at 1 p.m. You're going to definitely want to register. If you don't see the link in the description, there's some places that it doesn't allow us to drop. Just drop a me and I'll make sure to get you the link. But let's get into today's content and get into, so today is all focused around what is in the way of you really getting your message out into the world. And I did a post on this the other day. There's really three things that are stopping you, or it's like fear. One of the main things is, and I'm sure there's more, but like a lot of it is like fear of what other people think, and like fear of like judgment, and fear that you are like that you're going to be. So I did a workshop a long time ago. One of the clients, he said, I have this fear that I'll make a bunch of money and that I have to leave my family. And so there's all kinds of these blocks and things that are keeping you from actually getting your messaging out into the world in a huge way. And being able to discover what those are is going to be powerful, but being able to clear them, like we're going to be doing on the workshop on the 30th, is going to be even more powerful. So so we want to talk about some of the things that you could just do now that could actually that could help you maybe start getting some like power around this like right away. One of them being, usually it's you have some friends or family in your following that judgment from them would really land terribly. Like I'm just saying, you just comment below if you have a friends or family that if they said something mean about your stuff, you really be authentic, right? Like it would be painful, or at least you have this thing in your mind that it would be painful. And then that could be one of the things that you're stopping. So just getting rid of some of those people could be valuable, right? That could be just one of the things. And we recommend our clients, if somebody's not going to bring value, or you're not going to bring value to them, or they're actually keeping you from getting that voice and that message out to the world, to get rid of them, right? So that's one option that you could do. Another thing is actually having a conversation with these people. I had a conversation, take the wind out of my sails. That's something that I've seen before, is like that could happen, or at least you have this occurring that could happen, because it's the stories that we make out of it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The next thing is just having a conversation with this person. I actually had like nothing was real, but I had this like fear that my mom would have some sort of thing like judgment or some about me really being out there, like you couldn't even clean your room when you were a kid. Like, why are you trying to teach people how to do blah, blah, whatever? Like, I had this stuff in my head. So I had a conversation with my mom. I'm like, hey, like, I have this fear that there's going to be some sort of judgment or something. And she was super cool and it was amazing. And there was so much healing that happened there. And so maybe just having the conversation with the person could be powerful. And then the third one is is transforming the story that you have around this. And really just, and so what I want you to do is any of the stuff that's pinged for you that I want you to imagine. So we're going to talk about the stories that come up for you that could be getting in the way of you really getting your message out there. So I want you to think of being like you could go live on your Facebook or whatever. Every person that you're friends with could see your content, that would see your content. You know the add everyone? Well, you could add every person on your friends list. Not only everybody on your friends list, but everybody on their friends list. If they interacted, they would be able to see your stuff. And then it just create this ripple effect of this message out into the world of people that interacted. And anytime you could just show up and get any message, it would just trickle out there into the world. I want you to go into like what that would actually feel like in your body, in your process, and like what that would be like. And I want you to write down, like, that's why I said, in the email, to actually write down what comes up to you around that. Is there like, oh, like I have to do this perfect, or like a fear that like somebody's gonna say something mean, or that I like somebody is going to think that I am some way, or I'm going to whatever, that like fear or that resistance that you might have around this thing. And so I want you to like write all of that down, and then you're gonna bring it to the clear blind spots, and we're gonna clear that shit. I know you're gonna have to. But the cool thing is the awareness, just knowing what these things are, you're going to see it happening, and it gives you some power. But it's going to be even more powerful when we can just completely rip it out from the roots. And that's what we're going to do at the Clear Blind Spot Challenge. So so now we can go the other way. It's like maybe you're speaking on stage. Anybody have any fears of speaking on stage? What's that about, right? Like, say you were invited to speak like in person to 10,000 people. I spoke to 1,000 people. It was pretty awesome. And like it took a lot for me to like get myself to that point, to be comfortable just going out to 1,000 people. And so like I want you to step into what that feeling would feel like if you were just out there on that stage and all the people were looking at you, ready for you to deliver your message that you say, right? You are committed to getting out to the world, right? And you have this opportunity to speak in front of these tens of thousands of people. Like what would come up around that? And then so write down anything that comes up for you, any resistance, any judgment, any sort of limiting stuff that's popping up, so that you can bring this to the Clear Blind Spots and make a deeper impact training or workshop, excuse me, because this is a workshop. We're going to be actually clearing these things. We literally thought about this. We're like, we could charge $297 or $497, like for this one workshop for sure, because it's going to be so powerful. Holly's going to do some stuff at the end to completely clear, and because it's like it's not just clearing. Clearing is important, but we got to be able to put something back in its place. So we're going to give you some frameworks to actually replace it with powerful things, and then being able to actually get it down into your subconscious so it actually works. So if
and your
nervous system. And so so if you haven't registered for the Clear Blind Spots, Clear Blind Spots and Make a Deeper Impact workshop, you definitely want to. If you don't have the link, just drop a me below and I'll get you the link. It's going to be very, very, very powerful. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have anybody that you know that's out to make a huge impact and they want to get their message out, share this video with them. Send it to them. Have them come to this workshop. It's going to transform their life just from this training. So I know that is cliche and people will say it a lot, but I guarantee that we're going to be able to do that. So I feel more comfy and empowered speaking in person than first online. Even if it reaches the same amount of people online, I feel more vulnerable. Okay, there you go. So look, write down what that vulnerability feels like. What are you afraid of that's going to happen if you do have this amazing reach, right? Take it, any opportunity, anything that you could think of. Maybe it's a magazine. Maybe somebody invites you to write a book and the book's going to get sold to 1 million people. Like, how does that feel? Like that level of success and getting your message out into the world. Like, what comes up for you? What if you got interviewed on Oprah? Oh, you're going on Oprah and you're going to be able to get your message out to the world. Like, what comes up for you? What's that like thing in your stomach? Like, where does that come up? Like, we were just recently invited to be in a movie from the people that did Beyond the Secret. We're not doing it, but we were invited, and yeah. So what would that feel like to be in one of these big movies on like Amazon or
where they pay you?
Where they pay you. They pay you, and not only they pay you to be on there, but you have this opportunity to get in front of all of your potential clients that want your services. Like, what comes up for you, right? Write it down and bring it to the workshop, and let's clear this shit, right? And so we're going to be doing three of these pre-trainings that are going to walk through all the 3 different areas. And it's going to set you up so you can actually just bring all of this to the workshop and we can clear this shit out. Cool? Hopefully this is valuable. If you haven't registered yet, go register. If you don't have the link, drop a me below. Appreciate y'all. Talk to you later.